Smiling is medicine for the soul, and recently Joe Kronauer met up with someone who is bringing lots of smiles to Cleveland.
We're joined today once again with our good friend Dr. Stephen Marsh here. Now, you know what? You know Dr. Stephen Marsh maybe for many years watching right here on WKYC Golden Opportunities. What, 20 years?
Yeah.
20 years. And then on Sunday mornings, I like to visit him in your office right there at the corner of Cedar and Brainerd Road, just off of I-271. But doctor, it's good to have you here in studio today.
Thanks, my pleasure, and I'm glad we're wearing similar suits as well.
We worked on this, we planned this. But I love the fact too that you brought some show and tell with you today.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about people where we've made a big difference in their lives by changing their smile. And what we do, Joe, in our office, and you've probably had it yourself, is we take models or impressions. So this is the original impression, and then we actually do a wax prototype, and the wax prototype lets the patient see what they're going to look like even before. We want a very predictable result for our patients, and that's why we do it this way.
So there's no mystery in any of this?
We try to eliminate that and make it, again, as comfortable for the patient and as predictable as possible.
Now, those prototypes that you actually put together are actually from a patient we're about to see, correct?
Yeah, and that's Andrew. And actually, we just finished Andrew's work this past week, and it's pretty amazing. So we use the prototype to give you this result.
Wow.
So Andrew came in. His daughter, by the way, wants to go to dental school. We invited her to spend the day with us.
That's awesome.
So for all these years, he's in his 50s, he's hated his smile, he didn't know where to go, what to do. He actually looked on Angie's list, and that's where he met us.
Hey.
He came in, we talked about what we could do. We went for something that was lighter, brighter, which is what he's wanted after all these years of very yellow teeth. We actually did the prototype, we reshaped the teeth, we used porcelain veneers and crowns, did some gum contouring, and it absolutely looks fabulous. And he said, it's life-changing. I'm glad I found you. I'm sorry I waited all these years.
And that smile is less than a month old. I love that fact.
Yeah, it is.
Walking around Northeast Ohio with that beautiful smile. Thanks to you, Dr. Stephen Marsh.
Okay, so this is a woman who's become a very good friend of us, Vicki. And Vicki's teeth had turned a lot, rotated.
Well,
again, somebody in her late 60s. She didn't want to go through orthodontics. And even after orthodontics, her teeth wouldn't have looked the way they look now. So again, we used 10 upper porcelain veneers, 10 lower ones. We were able to eliminate the crowding just by reshaping the teeth. So you didn't she didn't have to go through braces for a year and a half.
Or pulling any teeth or making more room.
Absolutely
I
right.
love that.
But again, it was predictable because we had planned it out so well before and knew what she wanted.
All the reasons why we're afraid to go to the dentist, we think that things are going to happen.
We
don't
try
have
to
happen.
eliminate that before people even start with
Eliminate the fear rather than teeth.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, who do we have here?
So Angela, same sort of thing, same age group. Her teeth had spread over the years. The teeth were sort of short. You can see what's happened where her smile is moved a little to the left, the viewer's right, if you will. And so we said to Angela, let's just whiten the lowers, do some bonding to keep that simple, but let's give her a beautiful upper smile. We used 8 porcelain veneers. She had had some work in the back to give her that smile. And she's a very spiritual person. She said for her, she's now even happier and even smiles more than she used to.
That smile's a blessing for so many that see it.
That was a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
And John, he had worn his teeth out. He had been a banker. He ground his teeth down. Didn't like the color, didn't like the shape. The before doesn't even do justice on how much work had to be done. Again, a very predictable result with the wax prototype first. He loved it, he approved it. We actually did something in his mouth where we actually could show him what it looks like before. We even did it. You can do a prototype in the mouth using the wax prototype. It's a little hard to explain here, but he knew he liked what he saw. We did porcelain veneers in the front, porcelain crowns in the back.
What a difference.
Opened his bite. And John was, again, a different person.
I love the fact that you said the banker approved it.
Oh. I didn't mean to say it, but it worked out
great.
just fine.
Well,
Thanks.
I'll tell you, I think you'll approve of a new smile on your face, too, when you go see Dr. Stephen Marsh. You can see him there. His full address is 29001 Cedar Road. It's the 5th floor. It's a great, beautiful office, very welcoming. Call him directly at 440-461-1003 at clevelandsmiles.com. Thank you, Dr. Marsh. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.
This segment of It's About You is sponsored by Dr. Steve Marsh and Cleveland Smiles.